Hi, this is Brittany from AndroidPIT, and here are our first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. The Galaxy S8 Plus sounds incredibly large with its 6.2-inch display, but actually it's still reasonably sized. This is because of its high display-to-front ratio and 18.5:9 aspect ratio. Thus, the phone is comparatively slim and ergonomic. However, the display area is also smaller than other 16:9 smartphones of the same size. Apart from that, the Galaxy S8 Plus is like its smaller brother in terms of appearance, incredibly well designed. Looking at the smartphone from the front, left, and right, no display edges are visible. Samsung thus refers to it as Infinity Display. The display resolution is 2960 by 1440, which at 6.2 inches gives it a pixel density of 529 ppi. The camera, on the other hand, didn't get too many improvements. The rear camera still has 12 megapixels and an aperture of f1.7 and optical image stabilization. There has been a change in the camera app of the S8 and S8 Plus though. According to Samsung, the Galaxy S8 will always take 3 shots at once and combine them automatically to avoid shaking in sports shots, for example. The front camera now has 8 megapixels and an aperture of f1.7 as well. There were incremental improvements in the performance specs also. The new processor, made with a 10nm process for the first time, is said to be 10% faster than the Galaxy S7. The smartphone will also have Bluetooth 5.0 compatibility, 4GB of RAM, and 64GB of internal storage, expandable by microSD card. The digital assistant Bixby, the S8's highly anticipated feature, will only be available in English and Korean to start with. As opposed to Alexa, Siri, and its other competitors, Bixby will only be available on smartphones. It will also work with 8 to 10 native Samsung apps at the very beginning. Not only will Bixby be able to tell you the height of Mount Everest, it will also be able to tell you the details of the bottle of wine at your table using the camera. Other features include controlling Philips Hue lights, changing the phone's background wallpaper, and fetching the weather forecast. Finally, there were some interesting accessories announced alongside the S8 and S8 Plus, namely a new Gear 360 and Gear VR. Plus, the DeX docking station finally turns the Android smartphone into a full-fledged computer with extended browser, Office applications, Android desktop, mouse, and keyboard. How practical this is, however, we will only know after our full review. The Galaxy S8 Plus will come in 3 colors: Orchid Gray, Midnight Black, and Arctic Silver. You can see the S8 Plus in the picture here. The smartphone will be available from April 28. And those were our first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. Tell us what you think in the comments.